know, it'd be great if you lived another 30, 40 years, but who that might be wishing a lot, you know. So I always think one of the things that I think about you that really brings me to tears, and I just love this movie, is Paint Your Wagon, and it just always gets me so excited, and I get really like. I get really emotional because one of the things that I've always just loved about you is just your capacity to have fun. I just felt like you were fun. You were my fun dad, and I just really enjoyed that so much. I just enjoyed watching sports with you, and it was a lot of fun for me. And I value that a lot because I feel like life is serious. It's so serious sometimes, and it just doesn't need to be so serious. So I've always appreciated that you could have fun with me, and we play soccer together, and I just enjoyed that. I just like playing. As you can tell, I didn't take a very serious job. I just joke around on stage and just tell jokes and, you know, just talk all the time. You know, I'm kind of doing my job what I was born to do. You know, that since I was a kid, I was always telling speeches and talking and all the rest of the stuff, you know. And so I've always enjoyed that. So when I think of Paint Your Wagon, I just love the comedy in it and the fun, even though Paint Your Wagon is this movie about men who really had a tough time really searching for gold. You know, not a lot of those guys found gold. You know, they came for the gold rush in the 40s, in the 1840s, and it was a tough life, right? They're coming across to a wilderness. Nothing's there, and yet it seems so exciting, you know? And I get excited about it because I think of you. So I'm going to play a little clip for everybody of Paint Your Wagon. This is the movie that my dad loves so much. So it's got this gold. The music should come up for it. And so we'll talk a little bit about it. But it's coming on right now, Dad. It's going like, it's about to come up. Gold. 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 So let it play a little bit. Gold. Clint Eastwood, Lee Marvin, Gene Seberg. Got a dream.
Yeah.
Got a song. Paint your wagon and come along. We go way out. Where we headed? I ain't certain. All I know is I am on my way. Yeah. So yeah. So, all right. So, tell me. So, I just played a little bit of the Paint Your Wagon, that kind of stuff like this, to give people an idea of what is this maybe one of your top 5 movies? Maybe we just say all time top 5 plays.
Yeah, because there's so much in it that is it's about life. You know, really what life is about. You know, but when he said about the civilized left, the civilized right, and nothing is left and nothing is right, you know, and things like that, you know.
Let me play that one for them. I've got that clip. It's called "The First Thing You Know." Let me play that for them.
It says here, California is going to be admitted to the Union. Just what it needs.
Just what it needs.
Law and order. That's good news.
Well, it ain't to me. It's been my unrelenting policy to bust out any territory the day I become a state and head for another wilderness.
I don't agree, sir.
Well, I don't want to hear about it. All I know is you look around at the human race, you gotta wonder what the hell God was thinking about.
And then they're all mad. He says, you gotta wonder what the hell God was thinking about. Oh.
God made the mountains.
God made the mountains.
God made the sky. God made the people.
God knows why.
He fixed up the planet as best as he could. Then come the people and got it up good. The first thing you know, they civilized the foothills and everywhere he put hills, the mountains and valleys below. They come along and take them and civilize and make them a place where no civilized person would go. The first thing you know.
So anyway, okay, so I'll turn it off. So basically it's all about civilizing everything till nobody's free again. So I think the theme of it, what I've taken from this from you, from you, Dad, is that the theme of the movie is really freedom. And
Yeah.
you know, in the movie, there's a struggle, as you know. You know, there's this romance about coming to strike gold, and everybody's trying to get rich.
Yeah.
But also in there, as you know, there's kind of a weird wedding situation, right? Whereas Gene Seberg's there, and she's bought his property, but then they kind of fall in love, you know. And there's Clint Eastwood falls in love with her, and he falls in love with her, and they're best friends, and they try to make things work, and it's California, and there's no rules. So they're not really limited by that, but they find out that just really doesn't work. You know, really doesn't work. That you know, so they kind of discover things on their own, what kind of works. But so there's kind of a freedom that you're chasing, and whatnot. And I think that's kind of what I got from the film. What? Yeah. What's maybe your favorite thing about Paint Your Wagon that kind of, I feel like this when you pass away, I feel like the song "Got a Dream Boy, Got a Song." That song has to be played at your funeral because I feel like that just is your theme. Would you not agree with this?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Where am I going? You know, here you are in Australia. You're 20 years old. A lot of guys might be thinking, no, I'm going to bust out. I'm going to stay in Australia, or I'm going to stay back. You're 20 years old. Why? You know, you could have stayed in D.C. and said, no, I think I got some opportunity in the States. It's the biggest festival. You know, 1962. This is before the riots. It's not crazy yet, and you could have stayed in the States and kind of did your own thing. As you know, Barbara had already married Richard Stuckey, and so you know, so she could have stayed if she wanted to, and you could have stayed if you wanted to. You know what was the thoughts? But you went along with the adventure. So you're like, where are we going? I don't know. Where are we heading? I ain't certain. All I know is I'm on my way. That seems like it was your theme.
Yeah, it was a theme, but at the time I wasn't really thinking too much about it. You know, I just sort of was. My dad always said to us, you know, together, united you stand, divided you fall, and so we were always trying to stick together and work together and get things going together.